Do you feel like you trust life? Or do you feel like the next bad thing is always just around the corner? Well, here's some ideas on how you can learn to trust life a little bit more. What's up, you amazing human? My name is Ben Hart. In today's video, we are talking about how do you learn to trust life more and all the amazingness that can potentially bring. If you dig this video and want to see more like in the future, hit the subscribe button below. If there's people in the world out there who you think might benefit from learning to trust more, hit the like button. It'll help them see this video, and leave a comment or leave a question. Happy to engage with you. All right, so trusting life. Well, what I want to do first is start with the idea of we have the power of our attention, we have the power of our intention, we have the power of the narratives we tell ourselves to really create our experience of life in so many ways. And that's not to say that we can discount what's happening around us and discount reality. What I'm wanting to point to is the power we each have to create an experience of life. And we are doing it all the time, and every human on earth is doing it. And so with that, the way that we relate to life, the way that we choose to trust life or not trust life, is an aspect of our attention and intention. And we often think, oh, I'm just trying to trust life more. Like, I'm scared right now, I'm feeling anxious, and I'm just trying to trust life. I'm trusting where this is going, trying to put my attention on, okay, I think that this is going to go in a good direction. And that's, all well and good. But what I want to offer is, something that comes from a teacher named Bashar, is this idea that it's not actually that you either trust life or you don't. Your trust isn't something that you build up for life. Okay, life is trustable, so now I trust it. Trust is actually something that we imbue to things. We choose to trust, and then we potentially have the experience of it being trustable or not. But the idea is that you're always trusting something. You're always putting your trust on something. So for some people, they put their trust in life. They're like, I trust life. Life is working out for the positive. Life is working out for the good. Maybe they have a number of things that have happened that are helping them trust life in that way. And that's their experience more and more, potentially. Other people are choosing to not trust life. Basically, they're putting their trust on life is not trustable. And the idea being that we're always putting our trust on something. And where is your trust going? What is your relationship to trust in life? Is your trust going toward life is beautiful and good and on my side? Or is your trust going towards life is, really scary, life is not workable, life is not on my side, I need to fend for myself? And neither one of those is wrong necessarily. It's all a choice, and it's all also a piece of what evidence do you gather and what's the experiences you've had. So what I want to start with is just noticing we put our trust in something all the time, and whether it's a life that isn't on our side or whether it's a life that's totally on our side, we're doing that constantly. So with that, what I want to just honor is the infinite number of experiences we can all have around how life goes. For sure, so many of us come from, childhoods and experiences and, have life experiences that really point to the challenge and the struggle of life, really point to trauma, really show the ways that, life isn't fair and all these different things that can be so challenging. And I don't want to discount that by any means. I want to honor the experiences any of us have had that lead to what story we have about life and its trustability or not, in terms of, is it trustable in a negative way? Is it trustable in a way where I need to be fearful of it? Or is it trustable in a way where it's on my side? And on the other side, many of us have experiences that are really positive and really supportive and open up opportunity, and it feels like things can get better and better and better. And so we develop a narrative that can trust in life in that way. It feels like I trust that life has the good intentions for me. And so I want to honor, there are infinite possibilities of the human experience and infinite possibilities for how life can unfold. And we all take those things, those experiences, and we create narratives around it. We choose to trust a certain version of life. But what I want to offer is that those are all choices. Meaning, there are certainly people who have had, the golden road laid out for them, have born with a silver spoon, have had amazing opportunities and all these things, and see life really negatively, that are still in a place of life is something I can't trust. Like life is not on my side. And alternatively, there are people who've had immense trauma, immense struggle, immense pain, and still see the positive in life, still say life is a beautiful thing. Yes, there's hardship, yes, there's challenge, but life is on my side. Life is bringing more goodness. Life is expanding me. Life is bringing the next great thing. And with that, I just want to offer, it's not as if like, if you've had a hard time, life is bad. If you've had a good time, an easier time, life is good. No, like it's all a choice. With whatever experience you have, there's still a way where you can choose to trust in a life that's challenged for you and will always be, or trust in a life that's on your side and wants better and better things for you and is bringing more and more goodness. So with that, I just want to bring like attention to, one, care and compassion and empathy for whatever narrative you're choosing to have right now. Whatever narrative you're choosing to have makes sense. Whatever narrative you're choosing to have, whatever trust you're choosing to place makes sense. Like you've been able to have the experiences you've had and the story you've had and craft the narrative that you have, and it makes sense. But what I want to point to is that you have a choice. You have a choice about the narrative you tell and about actually where you place your trust. Because just as if you have a belief that life is hard, if you have a belief that life is on your side, I guarantee you can find places where life has been on your side. I guarantee you can find places where people have been loving, where opportunities have come your way, where your capacity and your genius and your intelligence or your stick-to-itness has created the next good thing in your life. There are so many places where big or small, positive things have happened to you. And what I want to offer is expanding your attention on those things. And this isn't just about like thinking positive. This is actually about training our minds and training our attention to see more of reality. Because what we do, all of us are constantly filtering data and filtering out data and filtering in data and then choosing a narrative based on what we choose to filter in. But none of it is true. Like there's infinite possibilities. Right now I can create a horrifying story of what reality is and what life is, or I can create an amazing one. And what I want to offer is your trust in life is actually based on where you're choosing to put your attention and your intention and where you're choosing to place your trust. Because let's say for the sake of argument, let's say it's like 50% negative, 50% positive, but maybe you filtered out, 49% of the positive. So life seems really, really negative. My invitation is to pull out consciously more of the positive. What are some amazing things that have happened to you in your life? What are some amazing things that are happening in your life right now? What is something just incredible going on? And it can be so simple. For me, I often notice that I come back to gratitude about the fact that I don't need to think about the next breath of air I take. I have never needed to be anxious unless I'm underwater. I have never needed to be anxious about if I open my lungs and breathe in, that there will be air there. And that seems so ridiculous and seems so simple, but actually that's an amazing thing. That is something that shows me life is on my side. I don't have to worry about air. Air is here all the time. And it's as simple as that. It can be as simple as, what are some things that you just take for granted in your relationships, in base reality around the sun rising every day, in the way that money flows in your life, in whatever it is. There's so many things that I guarantee you take for granted that are showing you that life is on your side, that are showing you that there are amazing, amazing things happening. So the opportunity here is to notice that where you put your trust, whether life is positive or negative, it's a choice. You have a choice all the time. And what I want to offer you do is build the muscle of that choice. Build the muscle of seeing that you can trust life. Yes, challenging things may happen. Yes, bad things may happen down the line, but I guarantee you good things will too. I guarantee you around the corner are amazing things for your life. Around the corner are really positive things that you would love, that you like. And get in anticipation of those things. It's understandable. Like we come from, a genetic line that holds a lot of trauma. We have our own challenges in life. Like our nervous system, our bodies, our brains are tracking for the things to be fearful of, the things to keep ourselves safe from, all of that. Like it makes sense. Our human being is often set up to track for the negative. And we get to put our attention on retraining ourselves for the positive, retraining ourselves for possibility, for optimism, for enthusiasm, for gratitude. And it's a day-by-day thing of just noticing, wow, what amazing things are happening today, or what good things are happening today, or what calming things are happening today. And begin to put your trust more and more in more of that is happening. I see that all around me, more and more and more. Life can be on your side because it is. You are life itself. You are this human being that has come out of the earth, come from other mammals, and you are a part of this incredible ecosystem of life. You are life itself. You are breathing. You are eating. You are, when we die, we are decomposing, and, we are being reborn as soil, as plants, as trees. Like we are part of life itself. And with that, everything that you want for yourself, the impetus you have for more beauty, for more love, for more expression, it is all an expression of life itself because you are life itself. Life can be on your side. Life is on your side all the time, every day. You are on your side every day. And this experience, this choice to put your attention on what beauty, what power, what glory, what love is around you, more and more and more, what possibilities, what opportunities, what connections, what support, is you as life itself being in support of yourself. You are life itself. Life is on your side. You are on your side, and so much around you is on your side. And you can choose to put your trust in that. All right, my friend. If you dug this video, want to see more like in the future, hit the subscribe button below. Until next time, I'm Ben Hart. Much love.